Hello again, people of virtual land. This is episode 175 of Fine Music, but you knew that because you just finished watching episodes 173 and 174, right? Roberta Flack and the Rug Burns. No relation, of course. And for me today, I'm gonna, stay thematic so I can, mix up the themes every time. And so this time it seems that I've got enough. I've got 5 acts that are instrumental, basically instrumental. Maybe with some incidental vocals, but basically instrumental. And they come from all over. So I'll get started. In fact, I think I'm going to treat this one alphabetically because there's a little surprise at the end for our member who's not with us today. Good old Murray Thomas, who turned me on to a certain act. But enough about that. Let's get to the first act. That's mean screen share of my media player. That's my thing. Yeah, there it is. Let's see if it shares easily. Yes, it does. There it is. So actually, alphabetically, I got to start with the A's. This one very much surprised me because I thought I had already heard all there was to hear in, classic New Age. Right? The good and the bad. And then this one pops into my feed under like 3 different names. I don't remember how I found it, but this is the name. Anugama? I don't know how to pronounce it even, but apparently this artist is something like those other one-name artists like Duder and Cacharo and there's some great flute going on, just like one of my beloved artists are Carlos Nakai, the master of flute. But Duder's good too in that regard. So that's those are the artists that are like this one. And the angle on his releases is that they are supposed to be for meditation, relaxation, mind journeys, definitely. And I think I can get away with giving you a quick snip, a representative snip. His albums came out during the late 80s, the height of New Age, and through the 90s. And then it kind of concluded with The Lightness of Being, which is a compilation from 96. And where I downloaded it from, they didn't really bother to say the correct genre there, so don't look too closely at the fine print. But I'm gonna pick another album. This is the one that I put up on Fine Music's Facebook page called Shamanic Dream. And share the sound.
A couple of long cuts there.
Let's see. It's going to fade in, just like I'm kind of flashing around. When I'm sharing, maybe this is somebody's way of punishing me for doing this. Yeah, turning me into Max Headroom. Yeah. All right, so it's peaceful, tranquil stuff. Exotic. He's from India. It's the real deal. Long journeys for the most part, but he interspersed those with albums with shorter songs, so he's covering all the bases, I guess. And you go on YouTube, you'll find even more stuff than I could find. When these people do the meditation, relaxation stuff, they tend to release a lot. So he's one of those. Okay, so there's your sample. Move along. Yeah, and it also kind of reminds me of Raphael, an artist that people don't know well enough because he's from California. Raphael has got some of the most beautiful relaxation, meditation, massage music you ever heard. It's just gorgeous. Okay, next up alphabetically is my new find of the last hour, without even trying, under C. Talk about a title of an album that would not interest me. This one is called Small Town Smoker by a band called Color Cassette. What is that? But I'm happy to say that this act is similar to some of my instrumental favorites, contemporary instrumental favorites from the 21st century, like Burial. If you've ever heard of Burial, they are the masters of contemporary instrumental, which is, it's instrumental music that is heavily processed and chopped up and bits and pieces. It's like ambient almost. And then there's a classic band that first did this called Oho back in the 70s. They pioneered this type of ambient instrumental music. And so Color Cassette is from 2008 of all times. And what shall I play for you? Let's see what a mosquito winter is like. Don't caught my eye. Here goes. You can tell already there's other things going on being injected into the music. So this is another type of meditation, right? It's something you can actively listen to if you want to, or just put it on when you're doing something else, like writing or studying. And it's kind of a little bit hip-hoppy. And the instruments that are being played on this album, you're not hearing everything from it, but there's a banjo, violin, cello, vibraphone can be found on this album. I was pleasantly surprised by that, especially the fact that the vibraphone player is Colin Campbell. I did a double take when I saw the liner, and I was like, what? I thought it said Don Campbell for a moment, but it was Colin Campbell. All right, so that's a taste of that. I dug it right away. I usually, if there's something I like it right away, usually. All right, alphabetically, it's time to head down to the P's. That's right, I'm only doing 5 acts today, which is self-indulgent enough, right, people? P's.
Not self-indulgent.
Oh, but I'm
Not when
having
you're
such
sharing
fun.
like this.
I'm having such fun indulging with this. This one is called Pythagoras. There they are. Pythagoras. And as you can see, their 2 albums came out in 1980, 1982. The first one from 1980 is just a stone instrumental classic in the vein of Jean-Michel Jarre, if you've ever listened to him.
Mm-hmm.
And it's also a lot like an instrumental Pink Floyd. That would attract some people, right? It's got that vibe, especially the album After the Silence is more like Pink Floyd-y. In fact, I think if I play Etude, you might get that sense. Let me try that one. I think I remember that one having the Floyd feel. Let's see. Oh yeah. Space out, guys and gals.
There's King Crimson in there too.
They're from Holland. Say that again, Jim.
That's a little like King Crimson too.
Hey, well, that's I'll give him some more cred. Yeah. Yeah. So this I just dug it right away.
You know, I have a question.
Yes,
What's
sir.
the name of the band? Do they have an A side, a B side, and a C side to their albums, or?
They should.
Yeah, they should. Huh?
But apparently not. The first album has that 4-part epic, and then the second album is pretty much one huge epic. Go figure. All right, so that was pleasant. All right, is it time now? Is it time? Yes, it's time to unveil what Murray taught me. There we go. Down to the T's. All right. Why does this thing get so big? What'd I do? I got an extra column here without trying. Freaking me out. What did I do? There. Yeah. All right. I don't know what happened. I don't know what's going on with me. There we go. Whew, back to normal. I must have hit a button or something. Okay, so this is someone that was in the news, right? Because he passed away.
Oh, Tom Verlaine.
Tom Verlaine. That's right. And Murray turned me on to, without really meaning to, the instrumental albums of this artist. I have to admit, I'm not digging his vocals, okay? But wow, these two instrumental albums are phenomenal, especially Warm and Cool. Oh, it is so good. And it made me think of, let's see, where are my notes? It made me think of like a mellow Jeff Beck, like Ry Cooder, that kind of thing. And rather than just talk about it, can I get away with a track here? Let's go with Depot. Got 3 depots in here. Right? I think this is the one that has like a Ry Cooder feel. Let's see. Oh yeah.
Oh, that's right, Cooter. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
He's a little edgier, understandably. But this is good for short mind journeys. Right? It's like cinematic, it puts you in a place. Not in a hurry. And that's counter to what he did with television, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's very surprising. But he's older here, right? 1992 for Warm and Cool. And
A lot more patient.
stop that. The one from 2006, Around, is a little more conventional sounding. It's like he's got less of that retro vibe. This one is more with the times. But if anything, it reminds me of who is that? Oh, I'm trying to recollect it. It had the one object titles, Aphex Twin.
Oh, okay.
Aphex Twin had an album called Selected Ambient Works, and all the titles are, like Candle, Balcony, Flame, Rings, like that, one-word titles. And they have a particular flavor. So this is like that. All right. And finally, head down to the Z's. The very end of the Z's. I've got a new end of the Z candidate, Zygoat. I could only find one album. And speak of what you call the sides, look at that, A1 and B1. And this artist is from England, and it reminds me of Tangerine Dream, I guess would be the closest thing to it. Yeah, so let's see. Well, I'll go with B1 just because, I don't know, maybe it doesn't fade in. Let's see. Oh, it's going to fade in. Oh, well. There's also the infamous or the famous Francis Monkman, who did soundtracks and got lifted by Yes. There's some of that flavor too, soundtrack flavor to this album, but I can only find the one album. Are you coming in, Zygoat?
Yes.
Getting electronic-y out there. Ooh, you got some fat 1974 synth going on there. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's like a cross between Francis Muffin and Tangerine Dream, for sure. And that's just the first minute.
Nice.
I'm going to stop sharing because hopefully I'll stop flashing that way.
There you go.
Calm down, Mr. Campbell. Calm down. There we go. Take it easy, man. There we go. I feel normal now. So if you're looking for instrumental diversion like me, there's a lot to be found on the YouTube algorithms. And of course, go to our website, find music, website, go to our page on Facebook. It's Find Music as a group. And you will see that members occasionally post their finds. That's what I was hoping would happen. It's starting to happen now. And our membership is increasing ever so slowly. So feel free to become a member of the group. It's a public group. And you can share all things music, not just finds. Okay. Thank you.